welcome back to another episode here in our Napa Valley Vineyard. And at the end of the last episode, I totally forgot to show you this one here, because we tasted another wine, we sold some stuff, and we did a few other things, but I actually never went back into the book and showed this one here. So we still don't know the acidity, we still don't know the tannin and the body, but we know the body needs to be pretty high. Tannin, guess, also needs to be pretty high. So high body, high tannin. Acidity, those are really hard to distinguish in between, but I would say also acidity probably needs to be pretty high. So that means for this go around, we are going to harvest our vineyard as fast as possible. So as soon as this one here becomes available for harvest, we are going to harvest. But you can see the acidity is already going down. I need to remember to sell after every turn. I'm so used to having the shop that sells everything for me automatically. But we just cannot invest the money into that right now, because if we spend money, then we actually need to spend the money on a different vineyard. Let me find the cheap one. That's the 25 one. And that's the one that actually is pretty good for the Sauvignon Blanc. The Oakville is going to be our next purchase, and hopefully we can do that in this episode. But we kind of have to see where our money goes, because right now you can see we make money and we lose money. And we don't have a lot of vine in our backlog. Especially since last year we had the wildfire. So we just have a small amount. So actually, I'm wondering if we should not do the heavily discounted one. Maybe we just sell smaller amounts, but we get a little bit more money. Let's hope for a good harvest. We have a good quality. So about 50 hectoliters. Let's go for a high tannin. As high as we can. Now let's press as high and as strong as we can, because we're trying to go for a high tannin and a high body. And with the current aging possibilities that we have with the barrels, we cannot really get a lot of extra body out. And 7,000 going out just for bottling everything. Let's go ahead and taste and hopefully get something good. So we got the tannin. We need more body, probably more acidity. Let's check that, but we're already close to 80, so that is really good. What are we selling it for? Selling it for 1630, and we got almost 3,500 bottles, so that is going to help a lot. Now let's look into our journal. Yeah, body needs to be higher. I expect this one to be a full body. Acidity, we're trying to get higher. We still went on to the same that we were the last time, but we just couldn't get higher, unfortunately, because the acidity already started to go down before we had the sugar. But also needing a high body and needing a high tannin also means that we need to have a fairly high sugar content. So this one maybe one that we have to work out a proper balance, kind of depending on how the year goes. If we have a lot of weather like what we have right now, a lot of cloudy and overcast, and the sugar isn't rising enough, we may not be able to get this one to all the stars every year. Especially not early on. Finally you can start making money again. I mean, as you see, just the bottling and that few months without selling anything already ate away 7,000. Yeah, the city already goes down. So our white Sauvignon is 5,000 to unlock, 25 for Oakville, so we're already at 30. And then we still have the cost to plant everything. So yeah, 40,000 is just not enough yet. Even though now we have a nice little backlog on extra bottles. But still, we just have a handful of customers coming every month. Now the warehouse will be 10,000 and then... or the shop will be 10,000 in a warehouse. And how much is the room itself? It's 15, but I don't think that it gives me more. I think to get more customers I have to go to level 2. What is 10,000? But it costs me 250 per turn. But since I'm often just get 3, 4, 5 customers, that would not make sense to upgrade. So I would have to get the shop 15 plus 10 would be 25, and then upgrade for another 10 would be 35 to actually make more money. And again, that's just too steep of an investment or a price tag rather. Oh, I see something new has been added. That actually was a suggestion in the Discord that I saw, and I was like, yeah, that will be a good one. The warehouse does not have enough space for additional bottles. So we can bottle, or we have a total amount of 3,300 bottles, but we only can bottle 3,200 because we don't have enough space. The other reason why something like that could happen would be if we don't have enough money. But those pallets are actually fairly cheap. Let's just get a pallet rack in. And now it shouldn't be an issue to bottle everything. So we just got the towel for harvest. As you can see, acidity already goes down. Sugar is still going up. So we are going to skip until the sugar stops rising. That actually stops, but I'm going to give it one more turn. See if we go into the fall, if it goes up more. Yes, now it goes up more because the weather is nice. And now we just keep on bringing the acidity down. Everything on here looks like it is full, ready to harvest. So let's go ahead and see what we're getting out in this season. Again, just a good quality. Guess until we have different pruning, there isn't much that we can do about that. But also you can see we now have 85,000. So at this point I'm actually feeling comfortable to go ahead and purchase Oakville. And Oakville we are going to plant the Sauvignon Blanc. Let's go and spend those 25,000. We can start prepping this plot. And then of course in our technology tab we will have to unlock the grapes, but I'm currently going to wait because there is no rush doing that right this second. Just in case something bad happens, I'm not out all of the money just at once. Oh yeah, now in the fermentation we can go up pretty high to get to our tannin. So that means the press intensity, we should be able to go a little bit lower than usual to achieve the tannin, hopefully. Because lower press should yield us a little bit better quality. And actually here for one turn, let's prune it a little bit different just to get a little bit more wine out of it. If we can get maybe 500 extra bottles. Let's see, how can we press? I think we need to go right here, 84. Let's see what's coming out this year. And then, can we get the planting in? No, we cannot. So we're waiting on that. But next turn, or in 2 turns, we're going to have to buy our new technology. Okay, so we're able to get 1 more body out. Let's get the 5,000 for that. And now that we plant, see how much it is going to cost us. So if we want to go for high quality, and that's what I want to do here, because we have 3 green, so this one here potentially could give us some high quality wine. So let's just go with this 1,620 planes. And let's put them in the ground. Lovely. A heat wave. But luckily we saved up enough money that this one hopefully shouldn't completely destroy us. And let's see. Harvesting late. What happens here? Oh, we got the acidity. But we have a fault there. We have oxidation. So unfortunately, that of course is going to give us point deductions. But besides that, we are getting there. How much do we sell? A little bit less than last year, but just a few cents. But that is good. Yeah, body, we just need to get to the max. But now that we know that the acidity actually needs to be lower and not higher, we know we can harvest that later. And then hopefully 1 year we are going to be able to reach the body. And if we can't do it right now, then we for sure can do it when we go into the traditional cask, because that gives us 1 or 2 more body. Oh, I think we just ran into an issue. Tried to get the acidity down. The weather wasn't the best. It was overcast, and I tried to get just down a little bit more, but we are on our last day of fall. So yeah, if you look, we had a lot of overcast, and I don't think that I can harvest that in the winter. So this year is going to be a bust. So if you want to know if we can harvest in the winter, then you just have to tune in again next week. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and have a wonderful rest of your day.